Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel Review Anything and Everything. And today we are getting into a long-awaited Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem Pizzafire van. On-time delivery guaranteed. So this is essentially the party wagon of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Back in the days, that was the name that it was called, the party wagon, and it looked somewhat similar, but a little different. It had the yellow on it with the green, but then it had like a green top that looked kind of like a shell. So it was a little bit more customized, I guess you could say, or this is a little bit more of just a standard van. This right here is the box. I'm going to bring in the actual van in a moment. They didn't know Nickelodeon's the ones who were behind this new movie. I don't know if this later became a series, but I know of it as the movie. Don't mind that the box is a little banged up because my kids opened it a little crazy and wild. Fits all your turtle figures, and it actually does without a problem. That's one thing I actually like about it. Fire van. Pause it and read it for yourself. Fits all your turtle figures. Giant pizza launcher activator. So this is what you press down to actually launch it once you set it up, because a lot of little things you got to set up and stickers and whatnot. Push pizza slice deploy launcher. So that deploys the launcher out. Then you could turn it on with the on switch, and that's how you fire them. You got to put some batteries in it. You can see the art display all over. Launches up to 8 pizzas. I think one of my pizzas have been lost already. Yeah, so let's get into the product. So here we go. Here goes the pizza van, and this is one side of it. Before I end up flipping the other side, I just want to show you this. This is the instructions, and the amount of stickers. This right here shows you all the stickers that goes on it. There is over 26 stickers on this thing. So they weren't that hard to apply, but just know there's a lot of them. You got them for the little lights on top. This and that. Anything you see that's a sticker on it, other than the part that says pizza there and turtles there, is the only thing that was naturally on it. So you're going to see that in a bit. All the other pieces that you attach, the rails on top, the wheels, obviously, the pizza on the bottom, these little stepping parts where they can step on that and even grasp onto those, the mirrors. So we're going to get into this and all the little features that come along with it. And also, too, I have all 4 turtles here, so I'm going to throw them into the mix in a bit. Let's just go over the van real quick. So obviously, I already just showed you with the stickers and the instruction layout, so all that pretty much is what it is here. This side right here, you can see that's like a photorealistic photo. Of pizzas right there. Oh, I got this open. Let me close that. It was the front of it. Like I said, a lot of stickers that you put on it, but it looks really nice. The mirrors. Side view here. So it's very simple. It's very hollow, but yet it still feels nice because, one, you got the weight of that firing cannon in it. And then 2, things like this, I think this, if you catch it on sale, it'd be like maybe about the low 20s. I think if you catch it around that price range, it's really not bad. I'm going to throw a link in the description. Definitely, if it's in the low 20s, say $25 or less, I definitely think it's worth it. Higher than that, I would say try to look for a sale. But if you can't, it's still not bad at $30, being that it can hold all the turtles. Now, to get them in the front, you open it up like this. You see it's got the steering wheel. Obviously, you're not using a typical door mechanism, but you could say, obviously, for turtles who are normally not your conventional human size. Well, these turtles kind of are, but if they weren't, you'd say like they have a way that make it easier for them, because the old school turtles were just very chunky. So that's cool there. And I'm gonna go into a bit later on how, when you start putting the turtles in there and they have their weapons on them. Here I took Leonardo's swords off just to show, and especially Donatello, because his is really big. It starts getting it gets a little bit hard for them to sit in the front and then close it all the way. Whoever has the steering wheel, the person on this side is not that bad, but the steering wheel, I'm going to show that in a moment. Let's pop this open here, And you could see we got the pizza launcher. You put all the pizzas in here, turn it on. So it's not an automated thing. You click as once you turn it on, it's like you hold it like to rev it, and then you keep tapping it on and off, and then it launches them. 3. How many pizzas do I have right now? I got a total of 6, so 2 of them are. You will lose these things very easy, but that's how the pizza mechanism works. So it's pretty cool. They launch pretty far, so that part's nice. You can fit a turtle in there, but once again, you would have to make sure to adjust them. You'd have to make sure to take his weapons off. Never really got him into that fully sitting pose. I could see how this would be something that you wouldn't want to have him in and out of this position very often, because it's definitely not easy to get him to sit inside there. But I definitely want to demonstrate this in some capacity on camera so you guys know it's possible. And here we go. We got him in there. It's not great. Yeah, you could put his hands on there, but it's just to show you that it's not easy getting him in there. But you can do it, and you can slam it shut. And there it goes. So this is the one thing that I'm going to say is a bit of a, I don't want to call it a negative. It's just part of the situation with this is, here you can angle this a little bit too, is that when it comes to space, not space, I'm sorry, when it comes to fitting the turtles into actual seats, it becomes a little difficult. Now, I'm going to take Leonardo here while I have him. I'm going to set him up in the front, and then we're going to go take a look at the back. I'm going to put 2 turtles in the front here. And I'm going to use Leonardo because he doesn't have his swords on him, so he should fit in there pretty good. And then I'm going to take Donatello, since I also don't have his weapon on him either. So these guys, you definitely would have to take their weapons off. The same with Michelangelo, depending on what seat he's sitting in. The passenger seat will hold them better, but the driver's seat definitely not with the driving steering wheel. You can see how they look in there. So it's pretty nice. I'm going to close this here, and then we're going to open up the back. See the photo on there as well. I was dealing with stuff. I didn't bother to actually take a look at the photo. Here you got the license plate, extra cheese. Now you can see here, there's a lot of room back here. Even with the pizza launcher in there, you have a lot of room. So you see, I put Raphael back there about a full turtle length behind. So when I put Michelangelo in front of him like that, it goes to show you that you could put, 4 turtles here, another one here, and another one here, and they would fit fine to put all 4 turtles here. That's not including the 2 in the front, and that's not including whoever would be sitting in the pizza launcher at the time. So in total, you could fit 7 turtles. And then if you look here on the side of the pizza launcher, though it's a cramped space, after you put the pizza launcher in, you might be able to squeeze someone back there as well if you needed to. But nonetheless, you get the idea to know that this has a lot of space. So that is something you don't have to worry about it. And obviously, for the turtles in the front who have their weapons off, you'll have to end up putting their weapons in there somewhere. One thing you could also do too, just came to my mind, is you happen to have like a little tiny box, maybe like a cardboard box that maybe went to some kind of piece of jewelry or something like that. You could probably like slide it in here and then use it as a weapon storage for all the many weapons they come with, because obviously, you know, the turtles come with a ton of weapons. Here you can see here, I already had Leonardo Raphael's weapons already out. But Donatello and Michelangelo, I didn't take them off of their racks, but you can still see there's a lot of weapons in total. So, you know, you might want to put a little something that they can put their weapons in. Some obviously it wouldn't be this bulky because these things wouldn't be here, the framing, and I will take those off eventually. But as I said here, you could have both turtles there, the storage of that there, and the other 2 in the front. So just to give you an idea of how that would go. So I definitely recommend this. I think it's great, to be honest with you, just for play factor. Kids will love it because everyone likes having a vehicle for their play figures. And obviously, for anyone who's into turtles, this is their main vehicle. Now, I don't know if in the new incarnation it's their only one, because in the old ones they used to have a blimp as well. But I don't know if that's something that'll come along. Now there is the layer, but the layer is just not a good value, to be honest with you, from what I've seen in the price of it. So, for example, this will run you maybe about um, $23, $25, somewhere in that range. I can't find his little peg hole. There we go. Here you can see how they would stand up on that. And every time I'm pushing one thing in, another thing's opening. But so here you can see how that looks. Now, let me just check the price on that real quick. Yeah, so this roughly goes for about $24. Actually, on Target, I don't actually see it on Amazon. So, but I will put in the link for the retro one of the original one, because that is actually on Amazon. You could take a look at that. It's actually a little bit more expensive, but for those who are nostalgic, they may like the idea of purchasing that. But as far as this one goes right here, I think it's really good for what you pay for it. Here you could see once again that steering wheel is kind of giving this to push out a little bit, because it's hard to get the turtles to fit inside there like that. So that's the only kind of drawback with that. But what do you guys think? Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.